On Friday, when my wife came home after work and bringing the child to the father, I gave her the divorce papers with the evidence at the door, thanked her for the happy 5 faithful years, and told her it was nice to know her family. I told her the truck was waiting for her with their stuff to follow and deliver. The following communications should be through the lawyers as advised. I met my wife of 5 years through mutual friends when we were clubbing. Overall, it was fun talking and dancing with her. She also introduced me to her ex-boyfriend, who was with another circle of friends at the club. I also chatted with him, and I got a fun first impression of him. A few days later, another mutual friend told me that she asked for my number and if it was okay to give it to her. I really don't give my number away so easily, only to a few handpicked friends, so I asked my friend for a bit of insight to get a better feeling about this person. My friend told me she broke up her long-term relationship with her ex after their first child, 6 months, was born because after life got rough, trying to get their own home, more responsibilities, etc. The young father bailed and went partying all the time. He told her he wasn't ready, but would help her financially with the child, so they broke up, but were still on good terms due to the child. I asked my friend to give me a bit of time to think, but I really didn't think about a romantic relationship with her. So after a week, I gave my friend the go-ahead to give her my contact. I was only interested in a platonic friendship with her. Even though she was quite my type and fun to have around, I wasn't actively looking for a girlfriend, so it was okay for me to meet with her. I made it clear that I wasn't interested in a relationship, but I was fine if she just needed someone to talk to, vent, or just go out. I'm always like this with my other friends, male or female. So after months of daily texting, calling, and going out with her and her child, she asked my best friend, female, for tips on how to approach me because she had already fallen for me. Even though I wasn't giving signals from my side, I even tried to set her up with someone I knew who was decent. After 2 years in this friend zone, I gave in when she asked me. I mean, she was almost always by my side. I liked her child. I'm child-friendly. Met her parents, her friends, and even had a good relationship with her ex-boyfriend. After 1 year, I proposed, and after another year, we got married. In these 7 years as a couple, we attended some of the family gatherings from her ex-boyfriend's family and hers, also with the ex. Even double dates with her ex and his girlfriend. Big red flag, right? I noticed, but I'm really not the jealous type. If someone wrongs me, and it happened, I just leave and go no contact. For what? Closure? My wife asked me several times if it was okay for me to be so close to her ex because of the child. I always reassured her that I understood the long bond between them and that he's the child's father. I'm not jealous or concerned as long as she doesn't cross boundaries, then there wouldn't be any consequences. So in June, I found out that she was emotionally cheating with her ex, and he was the aggressor. He opened up to her that he was kind of depressed when he heard his son calling me Papa, my name, and his whole view of life changed. But he also knew that I'm good to his child and never forced him to see me as his father or stepfather. He acknowledged that, and he thanked me many times. But now he wants his family back. It was very subtle at first, starting after New Year's with innocent texts asking about their song, Memory Lane, blah blah. But still no signs of betrayal here. No late-night calls or dates with friends, hushed phone calls, erased texts, the usual amount of texts, etc. etc. That started in June, and the signs jumped right into my face. It started with her going out of the room, talking, pretending to do something in the other room, dressing nicely when meeting with him to give him the child for the weekend, etc. etc. So after a week of monitoring, I was intrigued when it started and in which stage, emotionally/physically, they were. I'm a bit tech-savvy, and part of my job is to see patterns, so it was not very difficult for me to dig deeper. Normally, at the first sign, I would leave as always, but now I'm married, and I don't want to be portrayed as someone who ran off like her ex. So I collected texts, emails, and part of conversations. In the meantime, I already contacted my lawyer and got my finances in order. For me, my marriage ended in June with the emotional cheating, but I thought I needed more proof for the hardcore delusionals in the family or friends who tend to shake off emotional cheating as harmless, so I waited until it got physical a month later. She was very confused when she came home, and I saw the guilt and every emotion in her body. This get-together happened 2 more times, and every time she told him that it was a mistake, blah blah blah. I already withdrew myself emotionally/physically from her the first time, so on a Friday, I hired packers to pack their things, clothes, furniture, toys, everything, etc., and a truck was on standby outside my house. When she came home after work and bringing the child to the father, I gave her the divorce papers with the evidence at the door, thanked her for the happy 5 faithful years, and told her it was nice to know her family. I told her the truck was waiting for her with their stuff to follow and deliver. The following communications should be through the lawyers as advised. She stood in front of the door for about 30 minutes, probably in shock. So I texted the truck driver to ask her for the delivery address to get her out of her coma. No fault state here, no alimony, no child support, not adopted. My houses, all finances separated, no joint accounts. So till today, drama from her family, and her friends, but to her credit, she confessed everything. She even tried to talk to me, but I'm not really interested. My family and friends stay polite to her, but won't assist in any way. I love them. I don't really care if they got together again, or how sorry she is, etc. etc. But I'm really concerned for myself after reading a few of the stories here on Reddit. I loved her, the kid, and her whole family. I supported her in every way emotionally, financially, with her child. Laid the perfect ground for a family, a future with my own kids with her, maybe, a house, financially independent. But no heartache, only regret for the lost time and effort. I didn't even feel anger or anything. In my former relationships, I felt sad for a week, but now, nothing. Should I go to a therapist? But I don't really want to wake a sleeping bear.